Here's how to generate thousands of keywords at bulk. And this is perfect for doing SEO with AI. And it's exactly how we get crazy results like this, ranking within 23 hours with our AI content and no editing. It's even the same method that I've used AI content to rank within 17 hours. This all comes down to keyword research, because if you can do this properly, then you're going to find easy opportunities to rank. And if you want to scale your SEO and get as much traffic as possible, then you need more keywords. Now, if you pick the wrong keywords, your whole SEO strategy is totally doomed, because you're never going to find the right keywords that you can actually rank for. And therefore, you're going to spend 6 or 12 months going after keywords that are basically impossible, or not going to make you money, or not going to help you rank, or not going to increase your traffic. And everything is basically doomed from the start if you don't get this right. This is why most website owners go from point A to point B like this. It's a big mess. They go after the wrong keywords, which makes everything harder because your content doesn't rank. You don't make as much money on your website, too competitive, and you waste a lot of time, money, energy, and resources along the way. Whereas if you apply what I'm going to show you today, you'll go from point A to point B like this, less friction, because you've got low competition keywords you can easily rank for, as I've shown you with the results that we've got so far. Now, I'm going to be using AI for this. We're going to be using the Keyword Explorer over here. You can use whatever tool you want, whether it's free, whether it's paid, whatever, and apply the same strategies that I'm going to show you. So let's just jump into it. Now, one of the first methods that you can use for this is you type in your main topic into Ahrefs like this. And obviously, it's going to be too hard, right? Because this keyword difficulty score goes from 0 to 100 being the highest, 0 being the least competitive. And as you can see, your main topic is normally going to be super difficult to rank for. So what you can do is, if you go to matching terms like this, you select phrase match, you change your keyword difficulty to a maximum of 10. Sometimes 0 is even better. I wouldn't worry about the volume, because with AI, you can create content at bulk. And also, quite often, the search volume on Ahrefs, the estimates are way lower than you actually think. Can be 5 to 10 or 20 times that. And then we're going to change the lowest DR that's ranking in the top 5 keywords. Domain rating is authority. And if you see very low DR, aka domain rating websites, ranking in the top 10, that's an opportunity for you, because you know if someone with no authority can rank in the top 10, you can too. So just for the purpose of this video, we can say, I want at least one DR10 ranking in the top 5 here. You can actually change that to top 10 as well if you want. You can also filter down by keywords. So for example, you could say, I only want to compete with websites that have a word count of 300 words, because then if I come along with a 500 or 1000 word article, potentially I could outrank them. And then we're going to hit show results. Now, with me, with everything in my business, with my SEO strategies, I want to simplify. So we could mess around with all of these tactics and spend 10 or 20 minutes messing around with that. But the simpler, the better, because you need to scale and you need to move fast. So you don't want to drain all your mental energy in your SEO strategy by messing around with filters all day, right? You've got stuff to do. And then if we look at some of these keywords, we've got a list of very low competition, high volume keywords that we could easily rank for. We've got the parent topic over here. And now you have a ton of keywords that you can just scroll down and filter out. Let's see what that looks like on Google. And now you can get a feel for what people are searching for, right? Because keywords have what's called search intent. And what a search intent basically means is, what is this person looking for when they type this keyword into Google? So for example, when people type cute birds into Google, first of all, it looks like they're looking for types of cute birds. Secondly, they're looking for images. And thirdly, they've got a people also asset. And in fact, if you scroll down, it takes a long time to find content that's actually getting clicks, right? We've got Google generated content over here and here, which means that the number of clicks for this keyword will probably be pretty low versus the search volume. And actually, if you go back to Ahrefs, you can see there are 5 search features on this page, which means that the actual organic listings of people who create content and then rank for it on the first page of this article for this keyword don't get as many clicks. Now, if we click on this keyword here, we can look through it and we can see it's a very easy keyword to rank for. We don't need many backlinks to rank for that. It's got a high amount of volume. And if we scroll down, we've got all the related terms that you could include in your page. So these are like semantically related terms for the topic. We've got questions, so we could include that either in our headings or our FAQs. And by doing this, you don't just get a list of the keywords, but you also get an idea and a feel for what you should include in the article. And if we scroll down, we can see who's ranking. So you can see the first SERP result is a DR9. And if it's a DR9, there's a high chance we could outrank it. They also don't have many backlinks for that article. And we can also check what other keywords this article is ranking for, plus the main top keyword. And additionally, if you really want to delve into depth, you can see where all the search volume is going for. So we can see, for example, this search term gets 58% of its search volume from the United States. And then we've got other countries like India and United Kingdom. If you're a local business trying to get traffic and leads and sales from a particular area, then this can be really useful for you to analyze, okay, am I going to get leads, traffic, and sales from particular locations in that area? Now, when you're doing this keyword research, you really want to build out a spreadsheet of all the potential keywords you could rank for. And if you check out this video where I published 1000 AI SEO articles in 30 minutes, I actually used a bit of a cheat code, which is I typed in my main topic over here. I went to questions, and I know that most of the keywords I can realistically rank for are already added to my rank tracker. I've either created content around them or I'm planning to in the future, as you can see here. So if we go after questions, we know that's informational content, which means that there's less people trying to rank for that article. It doesn't generate money for most companies, and therefore big commercial companies who spend a lot of money on SEO and trying to rank aren't going to go for these keywords because it doesn't make sense in terms of ROI and return on investment. So what I actually did was I filtered the volume to a maximum of 70, changed the keyword difficulty to around 0 or 10, I believe it was, because I know I have a much higher chance of ranking. And it is a bit of a numbers game with SEO. So from there, you can see that there's tons of keywords I've not looked at before, simply because the search volume is so low. And now you've got tons of keywords that you could add to your sheet. Now, actually, what you can do is with Edge, you can export the first 1000 or all of the keywords here, and then start adding them to your list of keywords here, right? So you can take the first 100, for example, then we can import that into our Google Sheet over here. We'll replace the current sheet. And now we have a list of tons of keywords that we could potentially rank for. We'll delete some of the columns just to clean it up a bit. We can call this sheet questions. And when you're using AI to rank, you can create so much content with so much bulk. And it doesn't matter if you rank for some of these because you've got a lot of topical authority. And you're signaling to Google that you are the expert on this topic of birds simply because you've covered every single question someone would ask around that topic. Now, as we scroll down this list, you should be filtering it and figuring out, do I want to rank for this? Does it make sense for my brand? If you've got a brand and a company and a reputation, you don't want to be ranking for anything that doesn't match with that, right? That anything that's not professional. Sometimes as well, you'll find academic phrases like that you probably want to remove because it's not the right target audience. And with keyword research, there's a lot of filtering involved, right? So for example, this one, When Blackbirds Fly, if we look on Google, that's actually a film. It's not really related to my website or my niche. And therefore we could delete that off the list too. And overall, just keep scrolling down, filtering down, removing all the BS and chiseling it down. Now, if we go back to the keyword explorer and we'll go back to matching terms, we'll go for low competition keywords. And what you can do as you go through the SERPs and you find lots of keywords that you can rank for, if you're using this filter of DR and trying to find keywords where low authority sites are already ranking, it's really powerful because then you can scrape those competing sites that actually get traffic but don't have a high authority, and you can basically scrape those sites for more keywords as well and build out a list of competitors that you could easily outrank. So you can go to Ahrefs dashboard, filter down just to the domain of that competitor that you're going for, zoom out a little bit, and you can see that's a DR 2.3, but actually it's getting more traffic than most websites. 91% of websites get zero traffic. So if you find a low authority website that's getting a lot of traffic, number one, they're probably pretty good at keyword research. And number two, that's an opportunity for you to scrape their keywords and find some more opportunities that you could realistically rank for too. So we'll click over to organic keywords on the left over here, and we can see what keywords this website is ranking for. And as you can see, you've got the position over here. So you know this site is ranked in position 3 for purple bird or number 1 for geese teeth. And these are opportunities. And you can see the search volumes are insane for some of these articles, and they have a very low keyword difficulty. Not just that, but if you click on this arrow over here, you will see how many backlinks this page has. And as you can see, it has no referring backlinks, no referring domains, and they're already ranking position 1. Now, if you come along with a well-structured article that's very well optimized and you build a few backlinks to that page, all of a sudden you have a really easy keyword opportunity that you could drive traffic for your site. And it's just finding the low-hanging fruit that will grow your site's traffic. Now, one thing I want to mention at this point, because we're looking at some of these keywords and they're not like commercial keywords that would drive money to your site, right? It's not like someone would land on your page and buy a product. And you might be thinking, why would I try and rank for keywords that don't create more money or more revenue for your business? You don't necessarily have to make money with keywords, okay? And you might be wondering why. If you imagine your website is like a store and keywords are like the products you sell, some products, aka keywords, will make you lots of money, while others won't make you any money at all. And that doesn't mean that you should only focus on the big money products. And here's why, right? First of all, topical authority. This is like an expert in certain areas. So if you only focus on money making keywords, Google won't give you much love. In fact, you want to get a balance, a nice ratio of money keywords versus informational keywords on your site. If you check out Matt D's article, which is a really good case study, you can see that he recommends keeping your commercial content to a maximum of 25% and aiming for around 70% informational content. So when you're doing this keyword research strategy, ideally to improve your rankings and your overall topical authority, and also play it safe so that you don't get penalized in future core updates, you want to be going after informational keywords too. It's really important. Most of your keywords should be informational, and you can always monetize those later with ads, for example. And if you cover a wide range of topics, your website looks more like an expert having high or top core authority. And that signals to Google that your site is more trustworthy, more valuable, and you'll therefore get higher rankings and more traffic. And you could monetize those with ads. You could monetize it by building up an email list and converting that traffic into opt-ins. But either way, ranking for more informational keywords is the best strategy. And then you can go after the money keywords as well. And we'll cover how to do that later in this video. So what we can do is copy these and then add them to our keyword strategy over here. And then we can filter them down later. And I would recommend building up a list of competitors that you know you can outrank. So you can put the URL over here, the DR, the traffic of that site, and you've got them saved. You've got more opportunities there if you need to check them. And you can build out a database of your competitors so that these are my competitors. If I need more keywords, I can scrape what keywords they're ranking for. And you've got it stored in one place so it's not too messy, which is going to save you time for referencing later. And that's the beauty of keyword research. You're constantly digging and finding new information and new ideas, right? You've not just got the keyword research, you've got the competitors' keywords, and you're just trying to find as much gold as you can. Now, another strategy for finding loads of keywords at bulk, if you check out Q&A websites like, for example, Quora, you can go down to their keywords like this, filter down to your particular niche, and you can filter down the positions. So you can say, I want to find keywords that Quora is ranking for in my niche that are at least in the top 10 positions. We'll hit apply like that. And there we go. We've got all the high ranking articles for Quora that are getting traffic that they're ranking on the first page for. And let's be honest, with Quora content, it's just a Q&A site. So anyone can go on there, create content, post whatever they want, and there's not really much authority or trust there. Which if you come along with a highly structured piece of content that's optimized for SEO, all of a sudden you can outrank them or at least realistically rank on the first page of Google. And you just know these keywords are easy to rank for. It's not going to take much, right? Whereas in building backlinks in their content, most of these pages have a really low number of backlinks, which means you don't need to invest loads on link building. You can realistically rank for them. It's going to drive more traffic to your site. And that's how we're getting results like this for our AI case study website, right? See the keywords going up, the traffic is going up purely using the strategies that are working for me and that I'm showing you today. You could do the same with Quora. So if we edit the URL over here and we will change Quora.com to reddit.com, you can see in the URL over here. And now we've got 2,000 keywords that potentially we could rank for. You just filter it down. You find the keywords that you realistically want to go for. You just keep digging over and over again. You could do this for all the forums in your niche and then find opportunities that way. Now, there's one little disclaimer I want to say with this, which is you should be checking the SERP results for that keyword and making sure that there are domains with the same amount of authority or less authority than you that are ranking on the first page. Because if you scroll to this page and you see, right, for the domain rating of this keyword, everything is super high. Like the minimum is DR60. That might not be the best keyword to go for simply because if you're playing with the big boys, it's going to be harder, right? Whereas you can find the other low competition stuff, everything gets easier. This is like the keyword research version of the shotgun skyscraper technique. So if you're familiar with the shotgun skyscraper technique for link building, basically you fire out emails to loads of different companies who are all linking out to your competitors. And with keyword research, it's very similar. You basically a keyword blast to find loads of keywords at first, then you can filter them down later and do some prospecting. But basically, you find keywords at bulk, filter them down, and then start creating content around them. Now, if we go to ChatGPT, this is a free way to find loads of keywords in bulk. You can just create a prompt as simple as find me low competition, high volume keywords for my niche, birds, and make the search intent very relevant because my website targets bird watchers. Now, what's nice about this particular tool is that you can train ChatGPT to think about the search intent. And that's something you can't really do in Ahrefs. I know on SEMrush, the option of whether you go for informational or commercial keywords, but you can basically train ChatGPT for free to look down the filter of you as a website owner and say, these are the keywords you should be going for. Now, as you can see, it's given us some seed topics, but then you need to dig deeper. So you could say, give me semantically related keywords to birdwatching. And what's amazing about AI is the fact that not only it helps you create and scale up your content, but you can also use it for keyword research as well. And it just impacts so many elements of the whole strategy. And now we've got some really long tail keywords that would be much easier to rank for. For example, birdwatching tools for beginners, for experts, for families, for seniors, etc. And you get every single variation of every single keyword you could potentially rank for. You could say, give me another 100 and keep diving deeper into this. And then you just keep scraping the keywords, keep putting it into your keyword research. And there you go. You could even take the keyword research we did previously and then ask ChatGPT to look at it and filter down only the relevant ones for you. So if we copy those, we can paste them into ChatGPT like that. The prompt you can use here is filter these keywords down. I only want relevant, professional keywords related to my website about birdwatching. Remove anything not relevant. And this can save you hours, because if you scroll down all of those keywords yourself, and let's say you've got 1,000 or 2,000 of them, it's just going to take you too long, isn't it? Or it's going to be a whole day's work, and not the most exciting work either. So you can base those in like this, and now it's taken all the keywords that you had previously and it's filtering them down and prospecting. And as you can see, most of these keywords are now relevant. Whereas if you go back to our original list, for example, stuff like why is Flappy Birds gone isn't going to be relevant to my website about birdwatching. So whatever industry, whatever niche you're in, you can use this method to filter down quickly, save a lot of time, and cut through the fluff. Now, another filter you can use for keyword research, and this will stop you going in the wrong direction, is you can take the keywords that have now been filtered down, paste them into Keyword Explorer like this on Ahrefs, and then if we scroll down, we can see how many backlinks we realistically need to rank for this. So we can see the top ranking result only has one backlink. And if we check the backlink that it's got, it's only a domain rating 13 that the backlink is from, which is great because you don't need super high DR backlinks to rank. You can see the top ranking position has a DR 13, and potentially you could reach out to them and say, hey, would you mind linking to my article as well? I've just produced something similar and I see you link to these guys. Let's go. And you could even use ChatGPT to craft the outreach email for you. So we've done a ton of keyword research there. What about money pages? What about if you want to rank for commercial keywords? You go back to Keyword Explorer, you type in birds like this, you go to matching terms, and then you want to find people who are trying to compare stuff, right? Who are trying to find products. So what you could say is best. You could include the word best inside and filter down all the keywords that mention that. And then you can say, I only want those articles to be KD20 or less. Chances are the keyword difficulty is going to be much higher for commercial money-related pages, because if it makes money, everyone's going to be going for it. And these are the obvious keywords to go for. So if we scroll down like this, and these are going to be more competitive. I'm actually going to change the search a little bit because the previous one didn't provide many relevant results. So we're going to change that to best birdwatching. And we'll filter the KD, the keyword difficulty, down to 10 or less. We'll hit show results like that. And now you've got a list of potential product-related, money-related pages that you could rank for. Now, just looking down the list, which ones would I choose? For example, best birdwatching binocular. That's an easy one to rank for, right? KD1 gets a decent amount of search volume, probably going to be 10 times that. If we keep scrolling, you could do an Amazon review page with books, but you probably won't get a lot of revenue. You could do affiliate deals with different travel agencies if you're creating a page about best birdwatching vacations, or even sell the leads generated from that page to other travel agencies. Here's a good one, right? Best birdwatching binoculars under $100. Low KD, long tail, very specific. If you go after that keyword, chances are you probably rank for it. So that's a good article to create content around. Now, one thing I would say is it is going to take longer to rank your money pages. From my own experience, when I create AI content targeting towards commercial pages, it takes longer. The pages that rank the fastest are usually informational, simply because there's less competition and it requires less trust for Google to rank your site, right? Now, a free way to find lots of related keywords is to use the people also ask section on Google. So if we typed in, for example, best birdwatching binocular, we can see the people also ask section here. Now, these are very low competition keywords, right? Which means you can easily rank for them. In fact, they're probably so low that if you plug this to Ahrefs, most of these keywords won't have a lot of data on. People are searching them on Google because it wouldn't be there without it. Google has to get the data from somewhere. Actually, Kyle Rue, amazing SEO, he uses this reverse silo technique. And what he does is he'll have the main keyword he's trying to go, for example, like best birdwatching binoculars, and then he creates supporting articles that are internally linking to his target page. So what you can do is you can take the questions from the people also ask section like this. For example, what is the best budget? Each of these could be a new page. You have them as supporting pages underneath your main target page, which is a commercial keyword, and then you build backlinks to each of these supporting articles. And that drives more authority and more link juice to the target page. Plus, each of these are going to be ranking easy if you backlink to them. And then you can create internal links from your homepage, which usually has a lot of link juice directly to your target pages. And all of a sudden, everything goes up. Really powerful technique. That's the SEO technique. I just realized this is on SEOmasterysummit.com, which is a conference I went to in Saigon. Crazy good event. If you have a chance to go, make sure you do. It's really good. Lots of good speakers there. And that's it. I could talk all day about keyword research, so I'm not going to go on anymore, but you get the idea. So the best way to do key research in some is to bulk find tons of keywords using the strategies I've shown you, then to filter them down and to find the relevant ones. You can easily do that with ChatGPT. And from there, just start creating tons of content. Whether you use AI, whether you use human written content, whatever you do, just publish as much content as you can. Once you've got your keyword research strategy set, everything just gets easier after that. So if you want more tips and more workflows and more prompts like this, check out my free course. I'll leave a link in the comment section. And these are the exact prompts that I've used to 2x my traffic in 11 days. Make sure you subscribe if you want more SEO content. And thanks for watching as always. Appreciate it.